Chess match, a lot of things happening. But right now we're going to talk about a book.
Yes, and it's a very interesting title. Again, another interesting title. It says The Real Puberty to Sunset by Thelma Wright, who has taught many people in her role through the church and otherwise. And she is here with us this morning. It's our pleasure to have you here. Welcome to Morning Barbados, Ms. Wright.
Good morning. Good morning, Barbados.
Good morning to you.
Now, do you know this gentleman, Colin? Colin is here to keep the balance. And,
okay.
You know, we're very happy to hear about this book. The thing that I noted was you said that this book is for all people, not just men. You did your first book with a focus on dealing with prostate cancer, and this one you said was specifically for everyone. So tell us about that, The Real Puberty to Sunset.
Okay, the reason why I named the book The Real is because it deals with real issues. And the real issues we see start at puberty. And at puberty, the decisions that you make can well impact your life. And I say to sunset, people don't like to say die or death, but sunset is death. And the decisions you make before you die can impact your life after. So I take the reader from puberty straight through sunset, looking at real issues that people do have. And many times, many of these issues, like at puberty, when a girl starts having a period, mothers don't know what to say. As a nurse, I can tell them, you know, the real terms. And sex, people don't like to talk about sex. So I didn't leave out any issue.
You cover it all.
I cover it all.
For the boys and the girls.
For the boys and the girls.
So is this, how would you describe it then? Is it a manual for living? Is it a self-help book? How would you describe it?
You know, when people start to read it, they say, oh, I'm not going to read it, it's just for teenagers. But I carry you through the stages, from teenager to college, to marriage, to dating, and then as you get, when you get married, if you have children, I went through each stage, even up to retirement, illness, any issue. You know, I can't say all issues because there's so many issues, but most issues that are prevalent today touch on each issue.
Okay. I'm kind of curious how you managed to condense so many issues in such a slim volume.
I know. It was so tedious, you know. And when I finished writing it, it was like, oh, how am I going to get it together? But my sons, thank God for them, Anthony, he edited the book, and when he finished, he said, Mommy, there's still something wrong with the book. And then I said, I know, but I don't know what. And he said to me, you need to, you know, just put it in different stages. And I said, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
So who should read it?
Everybody.
Everybody?
Everybody.
So it's not just for parents to read and then deal with their children?
No, it goes through each stage, even like marriage. In Barbados, there's so many marriages on the rocks, or so many marriages where, especially in the older age, where men and women are sleeping in different bedrooms and stuff like that. You know, I touch it all.
Do you deal with the other issues? Like, you know, people will say men will go through their midlife crises.
Oh, yes, that's there too.
Menopause.
Yes, and men goes through andropause. Yes, it's all there.
One of the things that I sometimes hear is that, I can't remember who actually made this statement, but they say youth is wasted on the young. Do you buy into that statement? Do you think that we don't do, or we're probably not aware of a lot of things when we are young, and it's only when we are older and supposedly wiser?
Oh, you do have some really wise youth. We concentrate on the ones that are not wise. But in life, you have good and you have bad. The point is, for the youth, that too many of them do follow the bad track, but there are many, many good youth.
I'm interested particularly in this subject area here. Let me make sure I get it right. Is this, what, part 5 here? 4. Shh, don't say anything, Colin.
It's in Roman numerals.
So this one says, Keep the Spice in Marriage. That's on page 71.
Okay.
You said you are a teacher, you've worked through the church, and in your role as a
and
so
also
many
as a
years.
financial coach. I was a financial coach for years.
Exactly.
So you do have something about finance in there as
So
well.
how do people keep the spice in marriage? Why is it important? What does it mean when you say keep the spice in marriage?
You know, people get married and they stop dating, right? Stop writing notes to each other. And many people, I don't think they look at marriage really like having somebody in the house but not being in love anymore. Yeah, because when you're dating, what are you going to do this weekend? Right? You're all in stuff to keep the, your
Yes.
relationship going.
Keep
The point
connecting.
is that when you're married, you have to do the same thing.
So it's
right?
like some people look at marriage as the end of a journey rather than the beginning.
Yes, like I date you, now I get you, and
That's it. That's it.
But
That's
that's what now.
So then, how, since we are giving advice, some ways of keeping the spice,
Now, if you
spicing it up a little.
okay, like when you're dating, you like to dance. You marry, you dance. If you like to go to the movies, you go to the movies. If you like to go away to a posh place for a weekend, you do that too.
And
Keep doing
here's
those
another
things.
statement, I don't know again who made it. They say a woman would marry a man hoping change, while a man would marry a woman hoping that she doesn't change.
People don't change. I'm going to tell
But from
you.
that statement, it appears only one gender.
I shouldn't say people. Very people change for the better. Most of the time, if you marry a man or a woman and they have negative behavior, you have to decide, I can live with that till it changes. But don't think because you get married it's going to change immediately. No.
Okay. Do you have a favorite part of this book? Because you cover a lot of things. Becoming a parent, barrenness, empty nest, as in the house.
Yes,
Now, I guess the
nest.
children moved on. Domestic violence, ending marriage. You even cover death of a sibling, sleeping around, combating illness, disability, all those things. Those are all things that can happen in life.
Okay, my favorite part in the book is when I wrote in the beginning, I addressed the parent of children. Because many times, if you, the parent, do your job and let the child know what you expect of them, you'll find that we might have better kids. Although, you can do everything you can for your kids, and still when they grow old, they still go the wrong way.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. Like many people, especially in Barbados, we do have a problem here when there's so many single mothers. And I hear single mothers saying to their children, "Time, you don't have a father." Right?
Wow.
And kids, they don't like, they feel left out. But, but God did say he will be a father to the fatherless. So I want parents to stop telling children don't have a father and stop having children, when you're not ready for them, right? So that is my part. My favorite part is to let mothers stop telling kids they don't have a father because we see the results.
So where can we get the book? Is it available? Have you officially launched it?
I have officially launched the book, and it's available on It's available on Amazon, and you can order it through Amazon and Thelma Wright. There were a few copies at Pages. I don't know if they're still there or not. We haven't been able to communicate. And I do have a limited amount of copies here.
Okay.
Okay, so you can dial 421-6743 or 46180, and you may be...
And find out about the availability of copies.
Right.
But we'll have to ask Pages about it because they're definitely partners of ours. But we want to thank you for coming and sharing. I know we've only touched the surface, but at least we wanted to let you know that they're a book that is a guide for all. So we have a lot of young people here this morning. It would serve them well to be reminded of the things in life that they should aspire to, and certainly the areas they can find enrichment. And it's been a real pleasure talking to you, Ms. Wright.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. I imagine you enjoyed this conversation.
Yes, it was very revealing and interesting. So I look forward to reading the book, actually.
Yes.
And we'll be right back on Morning Barbados. We have some students who are taking part in a pageant. We'll be hearing from them